Hey guys, it's Vic Merck with Team Relinquish. I still can't speak, sorry. I'm here with Jameel. What did you do today, sir?
What's up, everybody? What's up, YouTube? I went ahead and top 8'd PPG for goals from the past. It was a pretty good turnout. There was a lot of Dragon Links in top cut. I wasn't really that prepared for Dragon Links, but otherwise everything else was great. The match was very versatile. I actually wrote down everything I played against.
If you want to take a little bit further.
I left my my notepad over there, but I played against PK round 3. I 2-0'd. I played against Tri Brigade, Bird Up. I played against 3 Dragon Links. I won 1 in a top 8. I lost to Dragon Links, and then I drew 1 to Dragon Links. But I can't remember the rest of my matchups. I wrote it down, but I left my notepad somewhere. But let's go ahead and jump straight into the profile.
All right.
So I went ahead and played a pretty much standard Shaddoll, Dogmatika, Invoked with a few less cards than anyone would usually play. So we went ahead and played 3 Meltdown, 1 Terraforming, 2 Invocation, 3 Shaddoll Fusion, the 1 L Shaddoll Fusion, 3 Super Poly, 3 Nadir, 3 Pot of Prosperity. This card was actually really good in the deck today. If you use this in this deck specifically, never ever go for 6. Always go for 3 because you'll be punished like in the grinding. And then the 3 Talents. I understand these 2 cards here, they do clash because sometimes you may just want to draw the 2 off of the Talons, but I mean it's very well needed, especially when Dragon Links is a thing again. You could just go ahead and take whatever you want to take from them, or rip the Levineer or whatever they have in their hand for resources. That's it for the spell cards. It's pretty standard spell card lineup. And then we'll go into the traps, do everything backwards. 1 Punishment, 1 Resh, and 1 Schism. Resh is pretty broken. If you're playing this deck, you need to play Resh because Resh plus Beast, you're going to draw like 6 or 8 cards within 2-3 turns, and that's going to get you the game most of the time. So off of this card, I literally ended with like Beast face down and Raijin. Raijin kept flipping my Beast. I would draw off of that, and if the beasts go to the grave, I'll bring it back with a Resh, flip it, draw 2, and then Shaddoll wants to go to the grave. You get this back, bring back beast, you draw again. So Resh is like your draw power for the deck. Pretty standard. I'm not playing 2 of these because sometimes if you play more than this, is going to punish you because you're going to be locked out of your extra deck. 1 is really all you need because you need to protect your window or whatever you have on the field for that 1 pop. The extra deck is really tight to dedicate to a huge Dogmatika core. The monster lineup, I went ahead and played 3 Alistair, 1 Fleur, 1 Ecclesia, 1 Dragon, 1 Hedgehog, 1 Aerial, 1 Beast. Beast was like legit overpowered today. 2 Wendy. I was playing 2 Stomata. I'm gonna cut the Stomata back down to 1 because you really only need the Stomata to either send, say Construct sends this Schism, and then Stomata, if you have, is gonna send this. But once you get these out of your deck, like you don't need a second Stomata. Stomata is a brick sometimes. And then we played the 3 Phantasmate. Phantasmate Saryujin. Against Dragon Link, you're going to draw 4 unless they see it coming. And then you're going to recycle 3, so you're going to draw outs to break their board. And then the 1 Golden Lord. Golden Lord was actually really good because off of Shaddoll Fusion, you're going to send a Shaddoll and Golden Lord to summon Construct. Most of the time, you're probably going to have a Meltdown on the field. So after you finish doing that play to OTK, you just want to send your Meltdown to summon Golden Lord, and most of the time you're going to push for game. The main deck is 42 cards, but I'm gonna cut the 2 cards, most likely the Stomata, the second one, and I mean the Shaddoll Fusion, the quick play. It was good, but there's times where I would rather just cut it and just play like Shaddoll Fusion, basically. So you could play 41. I mean, it's decent to push for game, but otherwise you don't really need those. This card right here, Mud Dragon of the Stomp, was trash. I wanted to be like different and not play Starving Venom because I wasn't expecting a lot of Dragon Links. I was expecting a lot of like Shaddoll Invoked or Shaddoll what's called Eldritch Invoked or whatever, and then you would just super poly away like their Golden Lord or whatever other light they have. I only summoned this card when I had to push for game with my own super poly. I sent my own monsters to the grave to summon this card. Because the Dogmatika core is so small, you only need one of this, one Ents. MVP of today was actually Kaliga. Believe it or not, I only summoned Mechaba once, and that was in my top cut. There's another time wish I had it, but I banished it because I really don't need it. But I would end with Kaliga and like a Schism and an Alistair in hand. That's basically kind of like you could say a VFD lock because they only get one attack and one monster effect. And then try to run it over, you just send the Alistair from the hand to the grave, and you would just probably summon Winda. But the one Mechaba, I'm not playing two because like I would rather summon this right now, and Raijin was actually also really broken with Wendy. Whenever I had Wendy, I would make Raijin. I wouldn't make anything else. So you would summon this Raijin, and then after your combo, you should have a Schism set. So Raijin plus Schism is basically you're most likely going to win because you're going to flip whatever they summon face down to kill your Winda. This Goides is okay. It's just another popper, and then it helps you run over big stuff. Two construct. I want to actually find room to play 3 construct, but the extra deck is so tight. Sometimes the 3rd construct do come up in the grind game. And then App Cologne, I mean, you have to play 2, but the add from the deck and discard is just too good, especially if you're playing the aerial and you have the punishment. You need the second App Cologne because you want, like, punishment is basically a hand trap. You just banish whatever they have in the grave. And then you play the 2 Winda, I mean, like they say, Winda wins. Anaconda will be so much better if I didn't play this ugly thing right here, and I played
Starving Venom.
Starving Venom. Yeah, shout out to Jorge for telling me to play, but I didn't even listen to him. And then this here, you need to play this. It's just a light link one. Gravity control is pretty broken because it can't be destroyed by battle with monsters in the main monster zone, and then it spins back whatever itself and whatever is in the extra monster zone, so it's kind of hard to get rid of it. So that's about it. The tournament was actually pretty good. Shout out to PPG for hosting it. Shout out to Team Relinquish for getting my deck profile. You know, we drove down here from Orlando. We're going to keep coming down every so often because of, you know, how the environment is. So, I mean, that's about it. Shout out to Jorge, this guy, this girl, everybody that came down, everybody in the top. Shout out to everybody in the top, but everybody did great.
Yeah?
Yeah?
For the most part, yeah.
For the most part. Alright, but that's about it. It's hot. They need to work on the AC. Have a good day.
Alright, guys. That's signing off.
Deuces.